everyone. Thank you for joining us. Today we have Elizabeth Long with us here, who is a partner at LM Law Group. Today we're going to be talking about post-grad work permits. Students that are applying for post-grad work permits, when can they work? What do they need in order to be able to work while they're waiting for a decision on that post-grad work permit?
Right. So, post-grad work permits are a great work permit. That's an open work permit that allows students to work anywhere they like. Now, here's the situation. In Canada right now, the government currently takes many months, right now around 6 months, for the post-grad work permit to be issued. However, the regulations do allow students who fulfill certain conditions to work while waiting for their work.
What do the students need to ensure that they've done to show their employers that they're able to work while they're waiting for that post-grad work permit?
So one of the key things you need to see is if they have implied status. And to see if they have implied status, you need to see if they have applied at the proper time. What time is this? It's the earlier of when their study permit has expired or within 90 days of the completion of their program. So what do you need to see from the student? You need to see their study permit, that it was still valid on the date that they submitted the extension or the post-grad work permit application. You need to take a look at the completion letter. When did they complete their program? And to make sure that they applied within 90 days of the completion of their program. And you can see when they actually submitted their application by taking a look at the submission confirmation letter that they would have received from IRCC.
And when they submit their post-grad work permit application, students also receive what's called the WP-EXT letter. Can you tell us a little bit about that? What does it mean? Does it give status to students? There's also a date on there. Can you tell us what that date means?
Okay, so I have a love-hate relationship with this WP-EXT letter. The love is the letter allows them to get their health care. The love is that this letter kind of gives some assurance to employers that they did submit the application on time and in the right way. But the hate is this. There is a random date that the system generates that goes on this letter, which says something like, you're authorized to work until a decision is made on your application or until this date, whichever comes first. So this seems like the student can only work until this date is reached, and afterwards they cannot work. But this is not the case. The regulations allow a student to work until a decision is made on their work permit application. So even if a work permit application has not been decided by that date, they can continue to work. In the comments, we're going to put a link to the IRCC website that says this.
Now, given the extended processing times right now, what do employers need to be looking at to ensure that their employees are authorized to continue working before or in the interim while they're waiting for that post-grad work permit application to be decided?
What you can do is ask them to print out their portal and have it time-stamped to, for example, today's date, and then it will show whether or not an application is still outstanding. The application has not been processed yet. In that case, you'll see that the application has not been processed yet and that they can continue to work.
Thank you so much, Elizabeth. There's certainly so much to think about when we're looking at post-grad work permits and students who are looking to work here in Canada. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. We'll be happy to help you. Thank you.
Take care, everyone.